And welcome back to the Fraser Valley in British Columbia and Hilly Farms. And this is episode 6, I think, of the Fraser Valley series. We are now in the second week of March, and last time we spoke, it was the second week of November. So by my maths, 4 months have passed, and we are now on the last. We're now entering spring. The winter months were busy and not busy at the same time. In a minute, we'll jump into the screen and I'll show you what contracting and stuff I did. But um, I did promise that I would come back in late February, and that was originally the intention. But I was expecting to get a bunch of cultivating contracts in February. I thought that's when the cultivating happened. And by, the second week of February, there weren't any new contracts at all. In fact, there were just literally no contracts. So I played forward a bit. I fast forwarded the time a little bit, and just to see if there were going to be any come up. And then I accidentally saved, and it was the second week of March. That's where we are now. That's all good. There wasn't really anything else I could do anyway. The only things left to do was the ploughing of this field and also setting off the hops, which are both things that we can get out of the way fairly easily today. The only downside, I guess, of there not being the contracting jobs during February that I was expecting is that we have nowhere near as much money as I thought we would. Which is completely realistic. I think if we're kind of role playing that we're a young farmer starting out with some basic equipment, but starting out with some doing some contracts and with a little bit of land. I would imagine that in that scenario, not making much money over winter is a fairly common thing, but we'll have to do something about it for next winter for sure. Like, that's part of the game, is planning ahead for that type of thing. That said, we didn't make no money. We had the beets production, which is finished by now. We'll jump over to that in a minute. So we've got some money to spend there. We haven't sold that stuff yet. And like I was saying back in November, aside from doing the ploughing and cultivating contracts, I was also harvesting a few of the larger trees around our mountain farm, and I've done that. It probably took around about 7 loads, I guess, to the sawmill, and I'm not sure if they finished processing. I've just turned them all into pallets, and we'll be able to sell those pallets. I think the high price for those is in August, and we're going to need some at least for the hops. So we've been productive over winter, but we've just got not much money to show for it. There we go. We've got our Field 85 here, which had the beets in it last year. That's ready to be, I don't know, the next step, either cultivated or sown. We don't have anything to sow with yet, which is the main thing that I was going to, which is the main thing we're going to get into as soon as I put this plough on the back of the trailer. This is the trailer that we've been using to get this around the map. Oops. Because it is too wide for the roads. You can see all this stuff is sort of all over the place. We need some fuel in this tractor. It's dirty. This is because I wasn't really expecting for it to be March so quickly. I think we'll roleplay that. Get rid of that, and we'll jump over to the budget. I think we'll roleplay that maybe sent the workers off for to Mexico for February to warm up a little bit, to get some warm air, and So we paid them for January, even though there were only, I think there was one cultivating contract and one plough contract. And December had a lot of rain and a little bit of snow as well. So I think that looks like only two contracts as well. Um, and then the rest of November was pretty good. Last I saw you had only done maybe $40,000 in loans in contracts. So the rest of November went really well. I think we were finishing off some bigger baling contracts. Um, Not much else to talk about. I just added a thing to a trailer there, and I've just let the property maintenance go through like this. It's sort of like paying tax. Um, so that's where we are with money. But this is not taking into account the productions, which is pallets. We've still got lots of wood in there. It just happens to be full at the moment, so we'll have to get up there with a forklift and move some of the pallets out of the way. Um, but this is the beetroots, the beets. The beets are finished, and we have 37,000 litres of juice there to sell. And I've put down two sell points for the juice because they came separate. And one's near the supermarket and one's near the train station. I don't really know which is which, but there's a decent price for either of those at the moment. It's near the top of the price. So that's what we're going to do now. We'll go and make some money by selling some produce. I do have some trailers here somewhere. We'll have to drive these trailers um, past the what's it called? Maintenance, the workshop, because we'll need to convert them into pallet trailers. And we've got leftover wood here. I just threw some of the tree tops on the back of the truck. I think I'm going to go and sell this at for what's it called? Firewood. I can't use my words today. Let's go sell these for firewood. Okay, I'm pretty sure this has absolutely not been worthwhile at all, especially given that I had so much trouble getting the logs to get into the wood cell point with those straps in the way. But I reckon I'll probably make about $50 off this, but it's better than having all the little bits of wood. $32 so far. That's not too bad. Why didn't that sell though? This is a mod made by one of your favorite map makers. It's weird. I guess this is all really just maybe the wood part is just up this end here. Making a little bit of money. Okay, I'm getting a little bit bored of this. I think this uh, homeowner can have this remaining wood for free. Yeah, I think that's just the end bits. That's how the end bits work. But anyway, there's a little plug for a mod that you can use if you like. Sell firewood to people on your map. You can also sell grass clippings there for lawn mowing contracts. Okay, so we're about to lose our diesel. Okay, at least we made a few dollars. We're going to go back home now and convert the trailers, and I'll meet you at the beet production. Okay, so the trailers that you see here are the ones that actually come with the game, come with the map. But I've gone and sneakily added the auto load versions to this game because you don't think that I'm going to be um, doing this manually, do you? I use Courseplay so much, I doubt it. Um, oh, here we go. I see what's happening. We'll get these loaded up and get them sold and see how much money we can make. Okay, that looks like it's about it. And let's take these around to, I've got one of the sell points just over at the train station. So I'll get these sent off to whoever buys beet juice. Here goes the train, by the way. Yeah, so hopefully this beet juice will get us um, through the season. Wait, where did I put it? Oh, around there. Okay. Yeah, I hope this will get us set up for the season. I've been spending a little bit of time in the trading post, which is another way of saying in the mod hub. Um, and I've got some ideas. Coming up, there are a lot of seeding and planting gigs, and they're pretty good gigs to be picking up fairly regularly because they come up fairly regularly. And I've got a little bit of a plan for those in a moment, and the money that we just made then is going to go a long way to help with that plan. Fill up the rest of these trailers. I think I'm going to do a U-turn and come back. I think that's about it. Oh no, still got more. And there we go, we're fully loaded up. We'll go and sell this, and the bank account's looking a little bit better. There is the $5,000 loan, which is left over from all the way back in September, I think it was, when I forgot to pay the workers and got a quick loan to cover that. Took a $20,000 loan out, and it's, yeah, taken all of winter to be able to pay it back off. So that's all good. Um, yeah, the loan is just as a bit of a get us through cash flow times, basically. Okay, I'm going to head back to the farm and get prepared to head to the shop to buy some planters and some seeders. Okay, and as we pull into the shop, you can see here that we've got hopefully, three tractors in follow, in pursuit. And I'll just pull up here and uh, turn them all off. And like I was saying before, like I started saying before, the winter was a little bit quieter than was expected, so we're not going to be able to buy the shiny new um, Porsche, 9 meter, you know, cultivator, seeder, all in one package. Instead, we're going to have to go through the trading post and find some slightly older equipment um, just to get us through. Uh, I guess the spring planting season, and hopefully that'll give us enough money to upgrade a little bit. So we'll just jump into this shop and I'll show you what I found. Oh, actually, the reason I'm doing this, I should probably jump over to contracts first. There's a lot of fertilizing coming up, and we've got the Fent Zerion, not Zerion. Xylon to take care of some of these. It's the expensive way of doing it, but we can still make a little bit of money. Might look at switching up the fertilizing setup to solid fertilizer at some point. But this is the main reason I want to get some sowing sorted out, is that we've got a lot of sowing coming up, some oats and sugar beets mainly. Yep, oats and sugar beets, because it's that time of year. Where are we? And yeah, obviously coming up, we're going to have lots of other things too. So, like I was saying, the things that I found, seeders first. We need a very cheap option because we've got no money. And I thought this one here, firstly, I'd love to use these double and single no-till tandem units would suit our setup very well. Maybe we'll do that in the second half of this year, but for now we can only afford. I was going to get this one for the Fent, for the smaller Fent, and we'll make it look a little bit older. That'll do. I think that'll fit on the back of the smaller Fent tractor nicely. We might need a front weight for it. And I was going to get this one as well, which is a little bit bigger, 6 meters instead. And let's just role play that they were two nice cheap finds off the trading post. That's going to get us out of a bit of a pinch at the start of this year. And this is the other. Eventually, I'd like to get this big planter, or obviously it'd be good to get a horse planter, or the Kinsey would be cool too. Maybe not this big one, but there's a smaller version. I think there's even a smaller version than that. But for now, I thought this would suit quite well. Again, slightly older version, and yeah, it suits our playthrough. I'll add the markers and yeah, faded colors. Okay. There we go. We've got ourselves some planters and a seeder, and we're also going to need some seeds. I was thinking about getting the seed mod where you can have different seeds for all the different types, and I might do that down the track, but when you're contracting, that would lead to a lot of different bags around. I'm going to get 6. I'm going to fill up the. Actually, I think I can only fit 4 on the back of the truck, so we'll do 4. Actually, I changed my mind again. We can fill some up here. Okay, that leaves us $20,000, which we'll be able to put towards something exciting, I'm sure. Okay, I'm going to load all this stuff up and get the tractors going, find some contracts. Let's actually find some contracts first too. So we've got 2 seeders. We don't want to be in here. We've got 2 seeders and a planter, so let's pick okay, now we have some contracts going. That'll definitely get some cash in the bank. And we also, one of the reasons why we need some cash in the bank is I want to plant the vines for hops. That's a big deal because it literally is only in, where are we? Yeah, it's only the month of March that we can be planting our hops. So we've still got to get up into the mountain farm and find a place to plow up and then plant these hops. So the money we're making now is going to be put towards that directly. Okay, I'm going to load things up and get the tractors going in the fields. Okay, I did not realize this one was a potato one, so we have cancelled that. I do not have the gear for it, or the patience. But we have field 52 here, which we're going to send the smaller Fent to. You'll notice there that I've also just added a front weight to this tractor, just to balance it out a little bit. So we're going to send this guy off to field 52, and I've got something really cool to show you here. I should have mentioned this possibly at the top of the episode, but I think this is one of the coolest things in the world. Autodrive Guy has done an autodrive course for this map, which is now available through his YouTube channel. And if you watch the Fraser Valley episode at the very end, there's a link to download the autodrive courses. So I can just send this. We're going to 52. So the fields, so much easier. Tractor weight. If we open up the main menu, main map, you'll see all of these little icons, the little everywhere. And yeah, I've just sent him off to field 52. Back in the way I was doing it was I just have a few roughly in the right area. So I probably back in the past I would have just sent him to Kent Gas, which is just nearby. But the way Autodrive Guy does things is just awesome. Been having every single field has its own autodrive point. I'm pretty stoked about that. So we've got that one going that way, and the other two we're going to go the other way. So where are we going exactly? Field 127 around here, and also field 122. So I don't actually need to follow each other, but I'm just going to manually drive this one down to a point where it's not going to get itself in trouble, and then I'm sure the autodrive guy's course can take it from there. And it looks like this fertilizing contract is coming to an end, and there's quite a bit going on at the moment. It is now middle of the afternoon. We're running at 3. I'm just going to turn this off. Why haven't you stopped yet? There we go. We're just running at 3 minutes at the moment because I missed the first week of March. Let's roleplay that the airplanes on the way back from Mexico were delayed, so we've got a busy second week of March in front of us, and I need all the workers to do overtime. Let's just roleplay that. I've been over here in field 61 or 61-ish, fertilizing this field with liquid fertilizer, which I know is quite expensive, but we do have this tractor, so it's a shame not to use it. I might switch it up in the future though. And I'm going to take this tractor to the next contract, which is I don't need to drive myself. We can use the autodrive guy's course and take it to field 126, I believe it was. I'll show you the contracts we've got going in a minute. There's quite a few, and yeah, we're at a bit of a busy point changing things around. So on field 1, I've got the Massey with the 5 and a bit meter seeder planting oats, and this is quite a large field. It's going to take a good, at least the rest of this day, if not some of tomorrow. This is field 127, by the way, which is the one right around the corner. We did the sunflowers spraying on that a little while ago. This is the spent fabric with the Massey seeder, also seeding, I guess, oats in field 52, which is just on the main low-heat highway. There's only a few minutes to go, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this tractor around to field 127 and get him to do the headlands, which will help out the Massey over there, speed up that job a little bit. And what I've been doing also is this, using the trucks as seed tenders. Didn't notice that it was almost out of seed. It's good timing. Um, and the other truck, the big truck, is actually waiting at the shop right now to get some more seeds because that's been the seed tender for the Massey. And yeah, I should probably get onto that pretty soon too. Um, Finally, the larger Fent is planting what's it called? Sugar beets over near the horse fields. We'll get over there in a minute. Where am I? I'm here. Oh, that's a shame. I'm gonna have to send the. I really should check how much is in the stuff. I know that it's all down. I know that the quantities when you've got the big bags on the back of trucks. I know that you can just check to see what's there, but I never do. I didn't know that that bag was empty. So we'll go and get some more seeds for this guy too. Might as well keep going until you run out again. The other Fent, like I was saying, is overdoing sugar beets over here. I haven't actually mentioned that I'm really loving all of these purchases. They're just right for us at the moment. They're all a little bit too small, and I definitely want to get something newer and bigger and shinier and stuff. Um, I noticed that the lines don't quite line up with these planting units either. Um, but that's down the track. It's nice to have some smaller stuff, and these will be profitable. Obviously, they didn't really cost much, so um, this is how we'll make some money. As you probably know by now, I had to split this episode into two parts, part 6A and part 6B, let's say, and I just chopped it right in half, and this is where I chose to do so. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to the Patreons and the people who supported the map on itch.io, and stay tuned. The next episode will be out as soon as this one's finished uploading. Happy farming.